All right, look, after buying, repairing, and flipping auction cars for years, there are five vehicles I almost never buy anymore. Some are incredibly expensive to repair, some have hidden problems, and one cost me thousands of dollars. If you're thinking about buying a car from Copart, watch this video before you place your next bid. Before we jump in, let me say this. I'm not saying these are bad cars. I'm saying these are the cars that have cost me the most money and caused me the biggest headaches. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and tag straight on into number one.
On Sunday, you my Chick-fil-A, you're my number one with the lemonade.
Number one, Mercedes-Benz C250 and AMG models. Mercedes-Benz is probably the biggest gamble on this list. I've bought some absolute steals, but I've also bought one of those that became my worst purchases I have ever made. Okay, these cars are like the cousins to the BMW. These babies break, they break. These cars are very high maintenance, and if you don't know how to fix them, you can be thousands of dollars in. I bought several of these, and yes, some was absolute scores, but like I said, some, like the C250, cost me $5K on top of the $3K purchase from Copart. It needed a tune-up, oil housing, transmission, suspension replacement, and on top of all of that, a bumper, headlight, and the airbags. And I had to take it to the shop to get the steering wheel unlocked so that it would run. And that cost me $1,500. And if that wasn't enough, I got another one. This one was an AMG. And oh my God, was this one depressing. Look, Mercedes-Benz often have overly complex electronics, expensive routine maintenance, and the delayed impact of previous owners that neglect the services that needs to get done to these cars. Because of this, the chances of you buying a lemon Mercedes is high, and one I definitely look at 3 times before I bid. And if I can't look at it, I'm avoiding it.
Wash our hands?
No. We're number two.
Number 2, the Porsche Boxer 911 and Porsche Cayenne. You've probably heard the saying, the most expensive Porsche you'll ever own is a cheap Porsche. Have the buying two from Copart? I can tell you, that's absolutely true. And it's actually one car I'd avoid, or I am very cautious about bidding on. Porsche cars are very high maintenance, especially those over 100,000 miles. Usually when you see one at Copart, it's got more than just damage history. It's got parts needing replaced, tune-ups, and possibly some electrical work. These cars are high maintenance, and if your pockets aren't deep, you might want to avoid these or inspect them very closely, especially the ones that look like a steal. If you don't know how to work on these, you better know someone who does. And simultaneously, not going to rip you off and overcharge you in repairs, because that is a real thing. Because not just anyone can work on these cars, okay? I've bought one back in 2015. It was a 2003 Porsche 911 from Copart. I thought I just scored the deal of the year. A 2003 Porsche 911 run and drive with 109K miles. I had paid just under $2,300, including auction fees. I was already planning on what I was going to do with the profit. Then I picked it up and started it, and immediately knew something wasn't right. I took it to a mechanic after mechanic, and every one of them couldn't tell me how to get it fixed. Every one of them. Then after I got it inspected, I finally met a shop who wasn't going to overcharge me because I was a young man with a Porsche. After I did everything, this one cost me right at $9,000 with inspection, repairs, and auction fees as well. You could say that, shoot, with that, I might as well have went to a dealership and got one. And not just that, but you would think that I would have learned from that one. Nope. I bought a 2012 Porsche Cayenne with 140,000 miles for $1,500, paid $2,100 with auction fees. This one needed a PCM, suspension, battery, alternator, and this one had electrical problems too. When I got done with this one, I completed, I think it was somewhere around $7,500, almost $8,000 in repairs just to get this one here done.
Can I help you?
Number 3, the Mazda RX-7, the 3 Series, and the CX-7. And just listen, okay? Out of my 10 years of selling cars, I haven't heard or seen a reliable Mazda RX-7, 3 Series, the 3i series, or the CX-7. And this really pertains to the older model. So between the ages of 2007 through 2017 are the ones that you definitely need to watch out for. The RX-7 is definitely one of the worst, having cracked heads with water in the spark plugs. I've had that, especially in this one here is where I had that at. The rotary engine being completely unreliable, just completely trash. Of course, the oil leaking, timing chain issues, and transmission failures. I've had a transmission failure done on my Mazda 3 Series that I had bought years ago. And it was insane. I paid $1,800 for it and then drove it for about 2 to 3 days and then had to turn around and put a whole transmission into it. And that there was a pain in itself. And this one here only had like 84,000 miles on it.
Fried chickens and a Coke.
And some dry white toast, please.
And number 4 is going to be the Dodge Challenger, the 2.7 engine. Now this one was kind of tough because you guys know I'm a huge Mopar fan and I love Dodge and I love everything Dodge does. But this here's got to be said. That 2.7 V6 engine in the Dodge Charger and Challenger was absolute trash. If you guys have seen any of my previous videos, you've seen that I've had one. It sounded amazing, but that engine was completely unreliable with issues such as timing chain issues, running hot, oil consumption, and it's famous for its sludge buildup in the engine. So that one in itself cost me a lot of money and it cost me a lot of grief. But I was able to go ahead and sell that and get rid of it.
5 minutes, and then
We stop.
5 minutes, and then we stop.
And number 5, the Maserati. Maseratis are considered below average in reliability, and I understand why. These cars are almost often neglected by its previous owners, and in getting its daily maintenance and repairs, with services being around $1,500 to $2,000 per year. An oil change on this car alone is around $400 to $600. Clutch and transmissions is around $4,000 to $6,000, and believe me, the clutch is something that always goes off. That's one of the common repair issues. The clutch, spark plugs. You obviously got to do an oil change every year, twice a year. Brake pads definitely wear out really quick. The rotors are also bad, and there's just so much more. Now, I've only owned one of these, and I must say, it was a love-hate relationship. I'd constantly get praises for having one every time I would pull into a parking lot. But I'd be pulling my hair off my head, the little hair I have on my head, mind you, when I was alone, because this car would break down and need repairs done immediately. These cars here are definitely high maintenance. And if you see one of these going for cheap, and you will, look at it, look at it, look at it. Every Copart vehicle can be a good deal, but these are the ones I personally think deserve the most caution. But I want to know, did you really thinking about getting any of these? Did you already bid on one and is currently winning it on Copart? Did you stumble across this video? Or did you already buy one and it became a headache? Or one that you think that I should have included on this list? Let me know in the comment section below. What car would you never buy from Copart? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Y'all take care.